Welcome back to Streamers Reloaded, my name is Tom and let's get right into the news. And first up today we got an update on the DrWitnesser situation from last week. As a reminder, he planned to sue Twitch after being banned from the platform. Well, since that he deleted his Twitter, and due to some people spreading that he got suspended, he came back and released a statement which mainly says he'll be deactivating his Twitter after a week. In the statement it also says that he will be deleting his TikTok but will be continuing YouTube. So since that claim last week, he hasn't deactivated his Twitter account, but he has locked it. So following on, of course we have to cover some xQc drama from NoPixel. It's a situation like many others. xQc in this case got arrested. He believed that the cops were just adding charges to his record simply because he's the big streamer on the server. So during being arrested, he got a bit angry and started ranting to his chat.
So I think they just play by ear and they just add the charges of a stolen car if they catch you for something else. But stopping me at my own shop for a stolen car, like, dude, off. Like, we get it, dude. It's literally their job. Like I just said, if this was enforced to maximum capacity, they could be arresting people every 10 seconds for stolen, because everybody has stolen cars.
So xQc got arrested, taken to prison, and that's where the problem comes from. While in jail, xQc pulled out a gun and shot the police. In this case, he almost got all of them, but Esfand was able to take xQc out.
Alright, I got your charges ready, X. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You're looking at 1 count of joyriding, 1 count of reckless evading.
Following on, we're on about an hour later. All the cops in xQc were taken to the hospital, and Moon came out with the opinion that if this was anyone else except for xQc, they would be banned instantly.
If it was anyone else that did that, not once but twice, anyone. Just a random guy off the street, like the other people in that jail cell.
So that's part one of what led into the outcome. Stemming from this though, we have some further drama between that of xQc and HasanAbi. After that event with the police, Hasan and AnthonyZ attempted to rob xQc. They did this by going to one of the job locations and they were going to steal whatever xQc had. To summarize this one a bit more, this happened and xQc ended up getting away. Later on they ran into xQc again and this time killed him. xQc then planned his revenge. He knew that Hasan was one of the people involved in trying to rob him, so xQc ended his stream and started watching Hasan's stream. Some users pointed out in chat that xQc was there, and Hasan backed up the idea that xQc would never stream snipe and use that information to his advantage.
Pretty sure being in someone else's chat on the server, dude, shut up. xQc is my friend, okay? Him being in this chat is like me being in Tony's chat while he's playing. He's not gonna like use the information that he gets from us in this chat to go and like fucking do an offline stream sniper or whatever.
So at this point xQc had ended his stream and was watching Hasan. Hasan said xQc wouldn't use that information, but xQc did. About an hour later, xQc showed up to try and kill Hasan and AnthonyZ.
In 2 cars. No, I know, but still.
So here xQc actually combat logged, which is a form of fail RP. He later came back to try and kill Hasan again, and once again failed. The last part of this situation shows xQc showing some sort of god mode cheat, because he kept getting up from combat and then upon trying to be robbed, he once again logged out so his stuff couldn't be stolen, which once again is fail RP.
Dude, you can't hurt him. You can't shoot him, bro. What the fuck is that?
So what's the outcome to this one? It's unclear which of these two situations was worse in the admin's view, but xQc did end up with a ban from the server. He shared that he put in a ticket, but it will take up to 3 days, and after this xQc couldn't go on NoPixel, so he went to another GTA 5 RP server known as SSB. The problem with this server is it's a public server, so anyone can join, leading into a bit of a stream sniper issue.
Did you get the fuck away with this little bitch, huh?
You're gonna get deported. Enjoy SSB, pal.
Yo, bro, I think some.
Yo, who's in this? Who's in this V?
Yo, who's in this?
Poggers.
So lastly, the actual length of the ban was originally unclear, but coming onto Monday, xQc shared it was going to be permanent, but he talked it out with the admins and got the ban reduced.
But I told him what I did wrong, what I was getting improve, some of the reasoning behind some of this shit. Like, I actually talked to them, so, you know, it's not like it's not like I got out scot-free. Like they were gonna permit me, but some people weighed in and they said that, you know, they think I can actually do it.
Much love to you and chat xQc.
So following on, it's important to note, although he got banned, xQc has a somewhat positive impact on the RP server. Here we have a clip coming from that of Whippy, who has hung out with xQc and talked a bit about the effect xQc has had personally for him, talking about the help it's given his career and family. So in a nicer piece of news, here is that clip.
You live in a shed? Yeah, so long story short, chat, I live in a shed because my mum, long story short, my mum is in debt. She got kind of screwed over by my dad, who got a loan out on the house, then moved out of the house and put the loan on her and is no longer making payments. And she can't afford the house, so I have to help her. Without me, she goes homeless. So even when I move out, I have to pay 2 rents. So essentially, I have to have a lot of cash flow for me to move out. And to do my streaming gig, I have to live in a shed with a tin roof. So with all the support recently, I've actually been able to afford to pay mum's rent and move out.
Next up, we got one from Twitch themselves, involving the option to refund Twitch subscriptions. To prefix this, it should be known, this has always been a thing. Within 10 minutes of subscribing, you can request and generally receive a refund for a subscription. It's not easy to do, you need to know where to find it, but it is an option if you want to. The only problem here is, someone on Twitter found out. They said, Twitch, we are doing our best to protect our streamers from trolls. Also Twitch, here you go trolls, here's another zero-cost way to troll streamers. And yes, I confirmed it works. It's not just a debate option, I got a refund. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Below this is 2 images showing that you can cancel a subscription, and one of the options is, I just wanted to get a shout out. They continued, look, I understand having a quick refund option could be important if you accidentally gift the wrong amount of subs or hit the 3 to 6 month option instead of 1. I get that, but why feed the trolls? Another user took this 1 step further, showing that you could do this multiple times and it works. You can spam streamers with subscriptions and get your money back. Well, this whole situation seems a bit like a shoot yourself in the face situation, because although it brings up an important issue, in reality it's just shown millions more that you can do this. Continuing on, Twitch themselves responded to that original tweet, saying, Hi Tiny, thanks for kicking off the conversation. This limited refund window was originally introduced to protect against accidental purchases. These cancellation reasons were added back in 2018 to capture why viewers are seeking refunds. Note, gift subs cannot be refunded this way. This info is used to improve the subscription experience for creators and subscribers. We did not intend to make it seem like we were encouraging this behavior, and based on community feedback, we are removing the shout out option. So this doesn't fix anything. The shout out option has now been removed, but you can still subscribe, get your shout out, and refund the sub. Basically nothing changed. Following on, we head back to the RP server and one from the group known as the Chang Gang, and specifically that of TrainWrecksTV. On the server, this gang has a lab they use to make money. To access this lab, the player has a key. TrainWrecks here comes up with the brilliant idea to steal another group's key, which will make them more money. The problem here is, TrainWrecks shouldn't know this other team has this lab unless he was metagaming and found out by watching their stream. So this begins with a clip from one of Chang Gang members where TrainWrecks creates this plan to steal this key from another group. When asked how he knew that they had this key, he comes up with a reason that seems implicable. Here's the clip.
Come here, trust me. I'm gonna get this figured out. I'm gonna get these fucking rat clean boys to give me the fucking access, and then we're gonna kill them and take their key and have 2 meth labs.
I'll say less, bro. Here, take this shit right away. Say that, music to my ears, man. Here.
Listen, I know they have a key. We can literally, I know they're playing dumb or some shit. I think we can kill them, get their meth lab, and have 2 meth labs. We can split up our crew right now.
How do you know they
Mr.
have a
K,
meth?
where are you?
How do you know though?
Because this morning when I called them, Tony was acting real weird. He was acting real weird and shocked that I had a key, but then he acted like he's never heard of it. But how would he have known what I was talking about if he's never heard of it? Think about it.
So what happened, bro?
Okay, listen. I know that clean boys have to have a key.
Yo, Iraq with the 22 with the tier 3.
2 meth labs.
Later on, there is a further clip where TrainWreck is now in a call with another Chang Gang member and states that the purity of the product that comes out of the lab is based on the key and the person that uses it, pushing forward the idea that he knows this other group has a good key.
You know, research in my own head, if you know what I'm saying.
All right.
And check this out. You ready for this? Here's the crazy part, Ramee.
Yeah.
The crazy part is, based on the research I did, the strain and the purity of the meth we have is dependent on the individual and the key.
What does that even mean?
What it means is, this key that I have that says Optimus Prime, it could be the best key, the best strain, but we need to get a batch out and see if our shit is pure. If we have the best
So
one,
maybe
everyone else is a shit.
Then later on, Uber Haxanova, a member of another team, found out that TrainWrecks has these metagaming allegations. He simply states on stream that he hopes an admin gets involved to deal with it. Now, those 3 clips blew up, and Reddit especially was not on Train's side. Later on, another member of Chang Gang was asked about the lab, and they all collectively pretended to not know any information that Train previously shared.
Also, Vinny, the whole lab thing.
Yeah, I'm not. That's why I left.
What
I
lab
don't want nothing. I want nothing to do with that place.
Yeah, what lab we talking about, bro? I have no idea. I've never been in any lab.
Me neither, bud.
We then have one final clip coming from that of Dazmedi, where he states he believed Train metagame to gain that lab and key information. That is where we come on to today. Due to the collective outrage from members on the server, the admins did get involved. Shared through chat, TrainWrecks confirmed that he got permabanned from the server. One last statement from Train, he wrote a twitlonger which, similar to the clips, doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but reading it through, it does state, "I don't know how to say this. I know there are many unsuccessful, miserable losers that gather on forums to comment on each other's posts to further fortify the narratives they need to be true, in order to rationalize the fear and insecurities that my very existence instills within them. But the intelligence and confidence need to be strong. I know it looks bad, but for a moment I ask you to give me the benefit of the doubt and look at it through an unbiased perspective, and you will see that it was just an attempt to protect the monopolization of power in the game for select streamers. After careful consideration and some self-reflection, I come to the conclusion that they can all suck my D." So it's extremely unclear what he means here. I think what he's trying to say is that it's Reddit's fault as well as those members on the server who have the monopoly. But that's it for that one. TrainWrecks has been banned from the server. So that's where I pass this one off to you. Based on Train's original excuse to knowing that information, do you believe he metagamed or not? Then following on, we got yet another one from Twitch, shared once again through Twitter with some behind the scenes data that was found out which is pinned to every user's account. This person said, Twitch has an automatic brand safety score which grades how brand friendly streamers is based on things like chat behavior, ban history, manual ratings by Twitch staff, games played, age, auto mod, and more. This thread does continue, but that's the gist of it. A ton of screenshots show that there is some data being held on each person's account. Just going through these, there is streamer manual rating, streamer manual description, streamer good standing, streamer suspension reason, is the streamer 18 or 21, and whether the auto mod is enabled for their account, and the level of it. But then this goes one further, as there is an XML sheet showing the description of the brand safety score, which states, grabs the brand safety score for a channel as well as relevant data used to calculate it. Also returns custom parameters about the channel to forward to VAES for ad targeting purposes. So what this tells us is that a streamer brand safety score impacts their standing on the website as well as how much they'll make from advertisements. Twitch later responded to this, confirming that data, where they said, "Hey Tiari, we're exploring ways to make sure ads are appropriately matched to the right communities on Twitch, looking at a number of different factors. Nothing has launched yet and no personal information was shared." So what we can ultimately take from this is, well, if you want to be in good standing with Twitch, have auto mod enabled, be 21, and overall just be a good streamer in Twitch's eyes. And if you do all of that successfully, you'll make more money through ads. Basically the same system as on YouTube. Following on, we got one from the basketball professional Meyers Leonard. A clip went pretty viral, getting 2.7 million views with him using this term live. First, here's the clip.
Let's go, baby.
Cowards don't snipe me, you kike. I just dropped that on my head. That didn't even go.
So yes, he used this term on stream, which is an offensive term for Jewish people. So the first expected outcome is a Twitch ban, which this then goes further. Due to the outrage, he released an Instagram post apologizing for the use of the term, and stated that he didn't know the meaning of the word. He's educated himself on the use of the word and its history, then further apologizes to his basketball team, and finally states that in the future he will do better. As well, as it turns out, this basketball player was also a part of FaZe Clan, and they've released a statement saying that they don't tolerate hate speech and have cut ties with Meyers. On top of that, Origin PC and Scuff, two of Meyers' sponsors, have also stated they're no longer sponsoring him. So that's it, this player used this term, lost a bunch of connections, and got banned from Twitch. As of right now, he's still banned, which based on previous similar situations, this is either 7 days or 30 days. It's not permanent though, as it's confirmed he is still partnered. So coming on to the last one for today, we're looking at the past 24 hours, with the ex-Overwatch now pro Valorant player Sinatraa. Now we have a bit of an exposed piece from his ex-girlfriend Cleo, who released a 9-page document on him. Now I don't think I can read any of this stuff in this video, but this document goes into detail of the sexual assaults she received from Sinatraa. The most damning piece of evidence linked is an audio recording from one of the assaults. I can't play it, but the transcript is her saying "I'm tired" and "no" twice, in which case Sinatraa wanted to continue. There's further examples of DMs between them showing Sinatraa believed Cleo was cheating on him and had very little trust in the relationship. And there's a further conversation between them where he lost a game in the pro scene, she made a joke tweet about it, and this conversation is the outcome of that. So moving on to outcomes and updates. Since the release of this document going so viral, the first update is from the Valorant pro scene, stating that Sinatraa has been put under investigation and he's been suspended until the investigation has concluded. As well, Sentinels, his team, has launched an internal investigation. Similarly, he is suspended from the team until there is a conclusion. Also, one step further, the Overwatch League is offering a refund to anyone who bought his skin. Now that's what we follow on to some additional takes from that of Dafran, who is an old friend of Sinatraa from the Overwatch pro scene. He came out with a tweet defending him, saying, "We have to wait for Sinatra's side of the story. E-girls can be effing scary as a Twitch streamer. They will try to debate or Photoshop evidence and then F you. I'm not saying she is one, but she could be. People have been waiting for something to cancel Sinatraa over." Now this tweet had a heavy load of responses, getting 1.2k comments, which is a lot more than usual. The main point being made here is that unlike most exposed pieces, this document has a lot of evidence, unlike some that we've seen in the past, which has just been a lot of text. And the responses have no issue pointing this out. This document is well made and goes into a lot of detail. Dafran saw these responses and released further tweets saying, "How can people be so stupid? How is it fair that someone can scream at a public figure and everyone bandwagons without question? The public is gaining too much power. The world is effed." This continued with most people disagreeing with Dafran, and he released one final tweet saying, "Whatever dude, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's stream. I hope I have made more people skeptical at least. It's not healthy the way we are going, with this never skeptical of the accuser shit, especially on the internet where everything can be illusions easily. We are in a new age." We then follow on with a clip from Pokimane. After reading these tweets, she gave her view on it all. Here is that.
I have been in this industry for so long that I'm desensitized to a lot of the bullshit. However, and I try to give people the benefit of the doubt real hard, but something that you cannot gloss over is as hard as he's trying to make his perspective seem logical, he is completely ignoring the fact that he ultimately based this off of her gender. He's not saying, "Oh, be careful who you believe on the internet." He is specifically saying, "She is a woman, therefore be careful because they will trick you." like we are in fantasy erotica and all the women around us are succubus. Like, what? Wait, is the plural of succubus?
And so that's where we come on to today. The final outcome is a short twitlonger from Sinatraa saying, "It is clear from Cleo's recent post that she recalls our relationship differently than I do. What we do agree on is that it was unhealthy for both of us. I apologize to Cleo and regret how things ended, but I never assaulted her in any way. I am fully cooperating with the investigation and providing the full audio and video clips Cleo referenced in her post." And so that is the latest update on this one. We can only wait and see what happens next. And on that note, that is where I'm going to end today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, it really does help. I want to thank you all for watching as normal, and I hope to see you in the next one.